What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week we are on this 1986 Squarebody, which you guys have seen in a previous episode while I was out at SEMA, and we did a full walk around with Jason from Iron Carriers. Well, he sent the truck to our shop to go through a pretty lavish punch list to get this thing reliable and safe for the road. We went through and replaced the entire fuel system, the whole exhaust system from headers all the way back. Andrew's going through doing a bunch of wiring stuff and interior stuff. And one of the main focuses Jason wanted while I was here at our shop was for us to install a aluminum tonneau cover from Pros Pick. The guys are actually here at our shop all the way from Canada to help us with the install and show you guys just how easy it is for yourself to get it done at your own house. All right, guys, so like I said, I am over here with the boys from Pros Pick all the way from Ontario, Canada, and they brought out this pretty slick tonneau cover. So guys, how you doing?
Excellent, excellent. Glad to be here, Mikey. This is Tyler from Pros Pick. I'm Rod from Pros Pick. We brought this cover down for Jason, which is a custom Fantom cover for his truck here.
I mean, other than it looking awesome, Rod, what makes your tonneau cover stand out from any of the other ones you guys can get?
This cover is made of aluminum. It's actually measured and cut to fit Jason's truck. They're always truck throughout a square, so in order to make this cover fit nice and not touch any of the rails at the top of the bed sides, they're custom cut here to give you nice gaps. And we have extruded rail system to keep all the water out, so nothing touches the rail, and they're custom cut so that when you're looking down the gaps, these gaps are nice and straight down the sides. So it's meant for your truck. We've got electric actuators here to lift this thing up and down, and a remote to control it. It's not that hard to install, so you can do that yourself in your own garage.
So you said electric actuators, and I do notice you have a big box full of parts, so let's see what other kind of goodies are in there.
All right, we got everything in here to install this sucker on the truck. Electric actuators, nice and quiet, very strong. We've got drain tubes. We've got PPF protection to keep scratches away from the truck. We've got your front drip rail, so this is where all your rain will drip out, and your side channels. These are a custom extrusion for the side channels, which actually clamps the whole system together.
All right, so it looks like a whole bunch of parts in this box, but he did say it was easy to install, so let's find out just how easy it's gonna be. All right, so now that we know what all the goodies are in the box, what's our first step, Rod?
Well, our first step is we want to protect this paint job. We don't want scratches happening here, so what the kit comes with is a roll of PPF. It's a clear PPF that we're going to put along the rail on the inside here, because that's where the extrusion is going to sit. And we'll also put masking tape across here. That way, as we're doing it, we don't accidentally touch the top here. So we'll PPF and mask the top.
All right, let's get it. All right, now that we got the PPF protective film laid down, we also have some masking tape on our bedside, so we're protected. I also noticed while we were doing that, Tyler got all of our stainless steel hardware and all of our aluminum brackets all laid out on the table. So what are we gonna do here next, guys?
Well, we are gonna assemble some of these brackets according to our instruction manual. We also have a video online if you don't wanna read, but hopefully, since we got Tyler here, we shouldn't need the instructions.
I would hope so. So we're not gonna need these. All right, let's get to assembling of these rails.
Okay, so here's our front hinge, which also holds our water tray across the front. What I did was I actually held this in there, put a little mark on the PPF. That way we know where this rail needs to sit at the front. Take some guesswork out of it. Then what we do is we take our billet, actually aluminum clamps, and there's 3 clamps that hold this to your bedside rail. And they got a knurling in them with the opposite on the actual rail, so it doesn't actually move for you. So it keeps it nice and solid. And we got this side just kind of hand tight, just so we can do a little bit of adjustment if needed. Now we gotta go do the other side. All right, so these are the little angle brackets that hold the front tray on. These guys attach to the front tray. But first what we want to do is we just attach these little L brackets to the rail. That way we have somewhere to set the tray when we put it in. All right, so now we gotta attach our hinges to our drip rail, which then in turn is going to attach to those little brackets that we just installed. All right, next we got to get the drip rail, the drip tray tucked up in. And then this little L bracket comes to the front. The top of your hinge here actually stays flush with the top of the bedside. And there's some adjustability in this L bracket here to allow that to go up and down. With this snugged onto the bracket at the bottom, now you can kind of wiggle your rail to make sure it kind of lines up at the front here. And you can snug up the bolts on the bottom to keep that nice and tight. All right, so we had left this loose for fitment earlier, so now we want to make sure everything is straight and in the right spot at the front here. The rail is up against the hinge, and this is parallel to your bed rail, and then we can snug up our clamps on the back. So while Mike was doing all the hard work, Tyler and I were putting these little bump stops together. So what these do is they allow the cover to rest on the top of the bump stop because nothing touches your rails, since the cover itself stays inside. So this can be, we'll just slide them down the rail for now and leaving them loose, and then they can be adjusted up once we have our cover in place. This is what's gonna keep the cover off your painted bedside rails, and it's also gonna keep it nice and flush to the top.
All right, so we got our 2 aluminum extruded side rails on. We got our rear hinges as well as our drip gutter. And then we also have our bump stops in place. So next step.
Now we can get set up to put the actuators in. These are the electric actuators. Saves the manual labor and use a button to lift up your cover. So these guys attach to the floor and they be in line with the extrusion part of the cover. So these guys go right in front of your tub. And take a look underneath, obviously, make sure nothing's down there, but there's a couple of L brackets that you'll mount to your floor, and the bottom of the actuator will mount like so. Then you can also run your electric wires down through the floor as well. Through.
All right guys, we are flying through this install here. We got our mounting brackets drilled through our bed floor and mounted. So our actuators are ready to go on. So what's our next step here?
All right, so now we got our wiring to get down through. So we're gonna drill a little tidy hole kind of right behind this bracket where you don't see it. And then we're gonna finish up our drain tubes. So our drain tubes comes with a little bung here that allows you the water to go through, and then a nut. So we'll attach that nut on. Attach our tube to the bottom. So this allows all the water to go each side, that side or this side, depending on where your truck's sitting. The water will come down, obviously down this rail first, into this tray, then out down through the tube.
All right, a couple holes in a bung, so let's get these things installed so we can get these actuators in. right, now that we got all the components mounted to the truck itself, we're able to go ahead and turn our attention over to the tonneau cover and get our spring-loaded pins installed and get that cover onto the truck. All right, now that we got our tonneau cover laid onto the assembly, we have a couple height adjustments to make from the inside. We're gonna be dropping our hinge side down a little bit. We're also gonna be getting our bump stops adjusted at the right height. And while we're in there, we're gonna go ahead and get our actuators final installed to the cover itself. All right, well that's it. We got the tonneau cover in place. Everything is flush and level. It looks great. Only thing left to do is go ahead and hook up power to those actuators.
Yep, and I'll mount a little module under the dash for the remote control to operate the actuators.
I had to step in here for Mike to fish these wires through because it requires some delicate hands, you know.
All right, Andrew's got all the wiring done under the truck and into the cab, which means we got power going to our actuators. So last thing to do is let's see if this thing works.
All right, all we gotta do is on your remote, there's an up and a down. You just press it once.
Would you look at that? All right guys, well that's a wrap on the tonneau cover install. Not only does this thing operate smoothly and look great, it's even gonna look better when it comes back from paint matching to the truck. So I wanna thank you guys for coming down from Ontario, Canada to help us with the install. And if somebody wants to find one of these tonneau covers, where are they gonna go?
Prospic.com. Come check us out on our website or on YouTube. And everything is there on our website to check it out. We thank you, Mike, for having us.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. They got other great parts for your truck, so check them out. Meanwhile, if you guys want to see some more of this truck on our channel, like all the little odds and ends we've had to do to get this truck roadworthy after it came back from SEMA, let us know in the comment section below. Either way, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Peace.